All right, y'all. So we're going to go ahead and go on to the treble clef assignment. So when you pull up your assignment, it will look like this when you click on the link, and you will see the treble clef. Okay. So again, everything that you're going to do today for your assignment is explained up here in the top section. Okay. And here's your next hint. All the answers for these questions can all be found up here. So if you are a good reader and you don't need anything explained, you can pretty much stop the video right now. All right. But if not, if you need a little bit extra help, and that's fine, that was me. I'm going to go through all of this, the top section. So let me go back to my whiteboard. Okay. So the treble clef. So a clef is a symbol at the beginning of the staff that assigns the letter names to the individual lines and spaces of the staff. The first 7 letters of the alphabet are used on these lines and spaces. So A, B, C, D, E, F, and G. And that's where we stop, okay? All right? There is no H, there is no I, there is no J. Just 7 letters. And here's the thing, and we'll find this out a little bit later on. Once we get done with G, we go back and we use A again and go all the way through that sequence, okay? So we can actually spell it this way or that way. So if we were to go in reverse, what comes before A? G. What comes before G? F. And you go on, so on, okay? All right. So the treble clef, also known as the G clef, encircles the second line of the staff. So hold on, let's draw our staff. Remember from the last lesson, the staff is 5 lines and 4 spaces. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 4 spaces, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so the treble clef encircles the second line of the staff and names it G. The G is above the middle C on a piano keyboard. Okay, so this is what a treble clef looks like. Down, comes up, around. I draw a little tail. Okay, so what it's saying is that it circles around this line and calls this line G. Cool, and that's why the treble clef is known as the G clef. What up, G? All right. So now what we need to do, and what you're going to be doing for a big part of the assignment, is identifying the letter names, the notes on each of the lines and spaces. So let's go look at something that's going to make it a little bit easier to remember how to do those. Okay, I probably shouldn't erase all that because now I got to draw it all again, but that's okay. We got plenty of time, right? All right, here we go. There's my treble clef, and I'll show you in a minute how to draw that, okay? Now there's an easier way to remember the different lines without memorizing every single one, okay? So for the lines, E, G, B, D, and F, but we're gonna put a little saying with it. Now, your worksheet puts every good bird does fly, okay? All right, that's for the lines, okay? So when you have a note that ends up on this line, you go through your saying from the bottom, every good, and you know that's a G, okay? Pretty simple. Let me go through and show you how to remember the spaces. So for the spaces, we also have a saying. Okay, the spaces are F, A, C, E. And actually, I was wrong. We don't have a saying because those 4 letters on those spaces spell out space. Okay, how easy is that? Okay, here's the next thing that's pretty awesome about that. Face rhymes with space. Space and face. So you know that the spaces on the treble clef are the face. F-A-C-E. Pretty simple, right? So let's go and look at what you have to do for your assignment. Okay, so let me change my screen over here. Here we go, right there. Okay, so again, everything I just went over is right here. Okay, so let's look at number one. Number one says trace the treble clef and draw four more in the staff provided. So over here, you got to click and you got to hit the word show your work. And again, I know it's not the easiest to do on a computer or tablet, or, well, I actually think it is actually easier to do on a tablet or a device because you can use your finger. It might be harder to do on a computer with a mouse, but I am actually doing it with a mouse. Hello. So I'm going to use the pencil tool. You're probably going to want to use the pencil tool. So all you got to do is trace it. So I'm going to start up here at the top. I'm going to come straight down. I'm going to come back up the top. I'm actually going to make my line a little bit thicker so you all can see it. Come back. I'm going to go straight down again. Okay, you see how it's not perfect, but we make it work. Come back to the top. Trace over the dotted line. Come back over. Swing around that second line, which is known as G, and then add a little tail. And guess what? You did the first part. Trace the first treble. Then draw two more of your own. Okay, here we go. Start at the top, come straight down. Swing over. And again, this does not have to be perfect, especially since it's on the computer. Add a little tail. I'm doing an assignment right now. Okay, one more. Come straight down. Bring it over.
That a treble clef sound.
Yes, it is. Okay, and look, you done. Hit the word done. All right, now to the next part. Number two, write the letter name of each note in the blank provided below it. The first one has been done for you. So you might want to scroll in, especially if you're on a smartphone or a tablet so you can see what it is, okay? So this is where you need to come in and use your sayings. Every good bird does fly, or you could put every good boy does fine. And then if it's on a space, F-A-C-E. So
every girl does fine.
Oh, really? So here we go. The first one was done for us. It's on a space, so that rhymes with face. So we're going to go up, F-A-C-E. And so that note is E. Let's look at number two. Number two is on a line. So we're going to use the every good bird does fly. So we're going to start at the bottom, every good bird. So that note lines on the bird, which is for the letter B. So that is the letter B. So over here on number two, okay, we're going to type in the letter B. Okay, you can capitalize it if you want to, or you can leave it in lowercase. It will submit both as correct. Let's look at number three. Number three is on a space. Okay, so we're going to use the word that rhymes with space, which is space. So we're going to start with F-A. So number three is an A. So I'm going to type in the letter A, and we got it. Okay, number four. And I'm not going to do all these for you, okay? This is what you all need to do. So number four is on a line. So we're going to go up. Remember, the first line is every good bird does. Does starts with the letter D. So we're going to type in a letter D. Okay, and that's how you do that. And you will do that for numbers 2 through 15. Okay, and I think I have it set the setting on the Go Formative to where when you submit your answer, if it's wrong, you can go back and resubmit it. Okay, now let's look at number 16, because number 16 is a little different. On the staff, draw the notes indicated by the letters below. There may be more than one correct answer for some. The first one has been done for you. Well, let's talk about that really, really quick, because it says that there might be more than one answer for one. So let me go back and go to my, okay. Hey, I need to get on that whiteboard. All right. Where did the marker go?
So,
Would you hush?
are you say so? Are you gonna spell the word?
Okay. So remember, again, we had every good bird does fly, and then we had FACE. Right there, we have two letters that have been repeated twice. What's one of those?
E.
Yes, E. We have it down here on a line and up here in a space. What's the other one?
Mm. S.
F. So we have the F down here and the F up here. So those are the two notes that in number 16 is talking about, where you could have, when you go to draw them, you could have more than one correct answer. You could have an E on the bottom line, or an E in the top space, an F on the bottom space, or an F on the top line. Okay, and that's what it means when you could have more than one correct answer. Okay, so let's go back to the worksheet. And here we are. Okay, number 16, there may draw the notes indicated by the letters below. So this is where you got to draw your work. You got to show your work. So you're going to click on number 16. You might want to look at it and make sure which one you got to draw before you click on it, because the screen disappears. So we're going to draw the letter G. Okay, and the letter G is going to be on a line note. So I'm going to come over here and use my handy tools. I'm going to use the circle tool because it's going to be a little bit easier to draw. So click on circle. So every good. So on the second line, hold on, let me zoom out real quick. There we go. On the second line, I'm going to put my note to where it goes through the second line. And there you go. All right. Pretty simple, right? That's all you got to do for that. That is for the second note. Okay, so number 17. Number 17 says to draw the letter F. So again, F was one of those where we could have it in two spots. We could have it in the first space or the top line. So here we go, show our work. So I'm gonna get my circle tool, and you know what, just to show y'all how it works, I'm gonna do it twice. So F can go in the bottom space, FACE, or if it's gonna go on a line, every good bird does fly. So we can put it on the top line. Okay. So remember when I said that all these answers at the top? Yeah, they're right here. So if you forgot where where an answer goes, just look up here. Okay, and that's all you got to do. Let's jump down now to the last section. Okay. Here we go on number 23. It says write the names of the lower note in the blank provided beneath each exercise. The first one has been done for you. So let's look at it real quick. Let's see if I can zoom in. Okay, so you got to do two things in this one. You got to figure out which one is the lower note and identify it. Okay, so you got two notes right here. You got the one on the left and one on the right. Now we remember, lower notes are towards the bottom and higher notes are towards the top. So we're looking for the note that's towards the bottom. So it's not going to be this left note. It's actually maybe the right note. So we need, it's on a space, which rhymes with face. So we're going to go F, A, and that's how we got that answer. Okay. Now let's look at number 23. You got two notes again, this one and this one, the left note and the right note. The left note is towards the bottom. So it's going to be the lower note. Okay. So we're going to identify what that note is. It's on a line. So we're going to use every good boy does fly, or every good bird does fly. You can say it however you want, as long as you remember E, G, B, D, and F. Okay, so every good. So the lower note is a G. So we're going to come over here, and in number 23, we're going to type the letter G. Boom, done. Let's look at number 24. And you might have to squint on yours. Okay, you got two notes. Ooh, this one's a little bit more trickier because they're closer. Okay. They're really, really close. you got the note on the left and the note on the right, but there's actually one that's lower towards the bottom, and it's actually going to be this note on the right. It's on the very first line. That first line is the word every, so that is an E. And so we're going to type it in. Okay, and when you get done, submit. And remember, I think I have the settings on here to where if it should show you the correct answer and let you know if, or it should let you know if you got the answer correct or wrong. If you got the answer wrong, you can go back and change it until you get it right. Okay, now the only ones it's not going to show you if you got it right or wrong are the ones where you have to draw it, because I have to go in there myself and look at it and see if you did it right or if you did it wrong. Okay, and I will go and check those periodically and grade those and turn them back in. Okay, if you have any questions for me, please type in the comments below the assignment in the private comment, and I will try to get back to you as soon as possible. Hope you all have a great day, and I'm missing you all. Okay.